says the Western woman will change the world. Well, I think they will. Here's a young woman in Brisbane I've met that I really admire for her resilience. that she was always adapting. She was very adaptable. Ah, what happened? COVID came. Everybody's bitching in Australia. Everybody's bitching. She was in. Her dad gave her maybe a cornerstone of being a fitness instructor, right? Now this young lady's small. She's Louis, and she's a little blonde, but she's dyed her hair a bit more because she's got changed her lifestyle. But I was just looking how her resilience was. So in Sydney, the COVID came out, and she was doing talks about this. I'll start fitness. I think it worked with what that other watch was. And she started doing fitness instruction online. She blanketed it across social media like Instagram, LinkedIn, and stuff. And she didn't pay attention to the old girls. The other women said, "Oh, it's too much, Holly." She just kept doing it. So she was adapting, and I saw her out in Brisbane. And most people, when we break down, we get into, and we're stuck because our brain's shut down. Well, she's considering every bit of exercise and what physical fitness is. So her car goes bust. All the money and everything. How am I going to make out of this? She didn't say that. Oh, got my phone, I'll put it on a stand, and I'll do a talk here. Opportunity. She's walking along, and it's a nice day in Brisbane for a walk. Maybe she'll make enough money with that little post to fix that car, brand new one. But she didn't think about the costs. She didn't think of anything there. She kept walking. This is the resilience of a human being. This is why women could really get ahead to get out of these boxes. The woman that taught me Reiki years ago came to, and she's very resilient. And I hear a lot of other women that aren't resilient. They say, "I don't want children because I couldn't make money." Well, she's resilient, and so's Miss Holly Davis Smith. She put the things into making herself a strong, financially secure young woman before she got married. Where are we going wrong, ladies, in business? To be an entrepreneur and just tether up and tether up and tether up, and not get into all this one-upmanship. I see women failing on that all the time. They're trying to be better than the next girl. They're going to have a scrum of meetings. Yeah, we're going to have all these women, and they're just my herd, and I'm the queen. That doesn't work. She was independent, and she was making money. And I'm so happy for Holly. When a woman is looking after her body, making money, and has finances, and she's self-independent, and looking around, everything that came her way that you might call a problem, because that's the human mind of unresilience. Oh, not her. She used it as an opportunity for exercise, fitness, and hooking on and looking where she was. So what comes in there? Mindfulness, okay? The mindful presence of where you are right now. She wasn't going out to bars and looking for a hookup culture. She had girlfriends, but she was spending a lot of time working out. She's just she's a small girl, but she's still pretty. And what's beautiful about her is romance came in. The right guy will come along, ladies. Don't get into this and hookup culture. Don't get into that stuff and think that you can't have everything. She's a typical model of a successful woman made in Australia. And she honored her father by what he taught her, fitness. So she has, David Gilmour's daughter is going to make it because she loves her daddy, and she got into something he did, music. That's power. Your dad's got a good dad. So Holly had him humbly get down on his knees because he says, "This is a woman that I like. She's attractive. She's physically fit, and she's got her own empowerment and makes money. I can go and do my thing." Yeah, she's not a sugar girl. She's a woman. And she's using that nurture qualities and this resilience of seeing problems aren't problems. They're a synchronicity of Jungian psychology that things are working out in a frame. So, you come to a door and it closes and another door opens. So she hooked up. Well, where am I now? I'm an entrepreneurial life coach. She's promoting men in business to be resilient and life coach. And she works on things I like. We've got these jobs when we're working our heads off. We don't know anything about time management. I see it all the time because I go out quite a bit and meet people, young men that are really struggling, and their obesity's way up there. They're making money, and women there too. Their obesity's way up, but you can't tell a woman that she's fat. Young women. It's our diet, and if I eat this stuff, live on it, and if I listen to him, I'm firing him. I'm just telling him, I don't want your services. Don't have him come around. He's not helping me. He's putting negativity in my head. So Holly spent a lot of time figuring this out. So here's what I say. If social media is not giving you peace, read Cal Newport. I'm going to teach this. Getting off social media. Look at this Irish one. I knew this years ago. I really thought television's sort of a mind hack of all bad news and super sensationalism of not seeing what's good in life. And say what's good, I comment. And my feelings about dating apps, I don't think they're working. I went off and I feel a lot peaceful. So I write it down in my notebook. I meet more women in person. And I use a thing of not getting too out of control with them. I just meet them and make them feel comfortable. I've watched things escalate. The guy she says, "Boy, I really like you. I feel really comfortable." Well, let's go up to my room. Bang, gone. It might be, you take time, slow it down. So I'm reading Cal Newport's book on slow work. I'm listening to recording studio work, and why do we speed it through and push out more when we could do it right and get a good reputation and make better music? Huh? Make slow art, make slow love, slow dance. We don't. That's why they say romance doesn't exist. Nah, we came out with a thing because there's so many women around, man. We came out with speed dating. Then we came out with all this social media stuff. We came out with dating online. I look at the efficiency of online dating. It's all work trying to decipher if they're a scammer or not. No security in that, is there? And then listening to people say romance is dead. Well, it's dead to them. What is romance? The Renaissance? When's that going to come? Never. No, because we got too much information in our lives. But does that mean to stay stupid? No, I educate myself on hooks of what I'm learning and talking to people and listening to them. And I get feeling that our world has lost a civil social development with social media. I'm just using this platform right now. Just narrow it down. Now, if you don't like me, I don't care. I care about if you do like me, follow me. That's up to you because we have free will. But if you're listening to these others, and I am a humanitarian, and I think you can make money in this world and be helping the world be better. I'm into holistic therapies, and I haven't thrown the baby out with the dishwasher. I use Erickson hypnosis. It's another tool. I just don't offer Reiki. I apply Reiki energy to make it flow better. So I build grids and let you decide. Yeah, I have spirit guides. I'm not going to get into it. I have spiritual guidance. And I also have an intellect that God gave me, or whoever gave me my creation of a human being. So am I against AI? No, as long as I'm in charge of it. Put my books together. What is humanity? What is a heartbeat? A lot of the time I play guitar, I use my foot to stamp. Never could do that before because I couldn't get it synced. What did that? I use a labyrinth to walk. I meditate. I know horses are mirrors to psychology, but I found another mirror, the labyrinth, and the method of am I walking too fast? What am I doing? My head is going too fast. There's many models we can use with the tools we have. I can build a labyrinth if I buy some property up there up in Tambourine Mountains. I really think having workshops, and I believe in delegation. I'm not a yoga instructor, but I honor yoga and a yoga retreat. I'm just on a guidance Dorian Virtue, throw it all out, like yoga, Reiki, everything. I don't throw things out that could be working good. There it is. There's the number. I use whatever I can. Would I tell you not to see a doctor if you broke your arm? If you had high blood pressure? I want you to get help. But I want you to get mindful help. So we get you well and integrate the system. Come back to me. I'll help you out. Get that blood pressure down. These people are dying of cancer, blood pressure. Why? Cortisol levels. Right, killing us. But we keep on looking at the wrong picture every time. We keep on looking at the wrong picture. And I play guitar. That's part of my health strategy. I go for walks every day. What, about 6 miles? Why not? You just get good shoes. How much? Value. How long did that shoe last? Did it wear out? Do them, put on a work, spread it out, figure it out on paper, even how long it lasted. Does your feet feel comfortable? And, not everything fits everybody. I got big feet. So one shoe's 1.5, the other 11.5 inches. The other one I wear 12s. I have to no, 12, 12 and a half. So I put big shoes on, fit them right, and I put insoles in. And then I look at the shoe leather. I can get comfortable shoes. I don't like laces. They fall while I stand them off. So, or I learn a way to tie them. This is some rubbish I've tried and they don't work. So, as a mentor, I've gone through and tried many things. What doesn't work and what does work. Mentor, psychologist that studied a positive psychology, a musician that's played in the 70s, 80s, and listens to music now. And with an open mind, I hear good music, but I don't hear it on the social media. I don't hear it on stream systems because they have rubbish. They're only putting out what's familiar. And I'm discovering that everything has a rudiment to go back to and really discover on your list of life who you are and what you like. Because you're an individual. You're not a machine. And that's humanism. And anybody that's judging people, walk away from it. I judge Jordan Peterson. It's not a reputable source. But anybody that's doing analytical psychology on spiritual people, walk away from it. Eckhart Tolle was a foundation of some of the things I learned. So was Deepak Chopra. So was Dr. Deepak. A lot of things I've read. They don't always have to be right, but they have to be a direction somewhere. I've listened to Jordan Peterson, and he just flips me out because he's got a complete package there, shifting somewhere else. So I don't listen to him too much. I do discern that he is not a good source of information. He's conservatively right wing, and they are not intelligent people. They're fascists. Okay? Fascists. Be careful of the oil fascists. It's just some moldy